Hey everyone, so today's video is an update for my lip product usage project pan. Now in December, obviously I'm filming a lot of my finales to project pans, but this isn't a finale just because I started this project in the middle of the year and I want to just continue it until I've gotten through all of my lip products. So this project basically helps me to get use out of my lip products and to kind of decide whether or not I want to declutter anything. So within those 5 uses of the lip product, I can decide whether or not I want to keep it. And obviously these lip products have been in my collection for a while, at least the majority of them. So I have used them before. So it's not like I'm only giving myself 5 uses with a brand new product to decide if I want to declutter them or not. So I wanted to do this just to sort of try to narrow down my lip products a little bit because, well, specifically lip glosses, but I generally don't declutter lip glosses because I'd rather just go through them. But anyways, I just wanted to be able to at least use all of my lip products 5 times and just make sure I wanted to keep them in my collection. And I recently went home for Thanksgiving break, so I was kind of bringing my makeup back and forth from and to school. So I don't have all of the lip products that were in this project because I ended up rolling. Basically, spoiler alert, I used all 6 lip products 5 times, so I'm rolling out all 6 and I'm rolling in 6 brand new. So, well, not brand new, but new to this project. So I only have 3 of the lip products here with me that were previously in this project, or I guess that I have to update you guys on, but I will obviously still mention the other products. So first off, one of my NYX Butter Glosses was in this project, the shade Tiramisu. So this is another butter gloss, but it was in a different shade. So the shade Tiramisu I ended up using 5 times. I'm not decluttering because I do like these butter glosses. I'd rather finish them off than declutter them. Like I said, with glosses in general, I just like finishing things off rather than decluttering them. Another lip product that I didn't bring back with me is a Colourpop Lip Liner. I'm sure you guys all know what a lip liner looks like. It was in the shade BFF, so it was a really pretty, just like neutral toned lip liner, leaning kind of warm, but not really. It was pretty neutral, so that's definitely a very natural shade, and it's pretty light too, which I like. So I'm definitely keeping that one in my collection. I'd rather just go through it than declutter it, and I do still really like that shade, so definitely gonna be keeping that one. And then the other one was a Colourpop Ultra Blotted Lip, specifically in the shade Zuma, and that's a really pretty everyday shade that I can throw on, even though it is an ultra blotted lip, so it dries down matte, which isn't my favorite formula, and I don't really reach for liquid lipstick type formulas, but that one, since it is an ultra blotted lip, I can sheer it out a lot, which I really like the look of. So if I do want a matte lip or I want my lip to stay on all day, that is a really good one to reach for. I'm getting very confused. This NYX Butter Gloss is not even in this project. So this is definitely in a different project. So like that's where my brain is at right now. I have finals coming up in a week, so like my brain is just mush. So this one is not in this project, but I just was able to show you the NYX Butter Gloss packaging. I also had a lipstick in this project from Kat Von D or KVD Vegan Beauty. Like I got it a long time ago when it was still Kat Von D, and it is in the shade Ludwig, which is like a really pretty neutral sort of pinky mauve tone, and I do really love that shade. That's like the type of lip product I would wear every single day. It is a more matte lipstick, so like it's not my favorite formula, but I do really like the color, so I will be keeping that. I'd rather just pan it instead of decluttering it. And then I also had my Oma Beauty gloss in this project as well. That is a really unique gloss formula, so that one I definitely will be keeping in my collection as well. It's a really pretty, almost warm mauve tone, and I do really like that formula. It's definitely nothing like I have in my collection, so it's pretty unique. And then I guess the only product that I actually brought back from this project, just because I hadn't gotten 5 uses out of it yet when I came back to school, this is the Bare Minerals Gen Nude Gloss in the shade Everything. It is just a little mini, and this is one that I actually decluttered, but I decided to bring back into my collection. And this is a very pigmented gloss, which normally I don't like, which is probably why I ended up decluttering it, but it is just a little mini, so I wouldn't really give this to anyone else because it's a gloss with like a doe foot applicator, so I'd rather just use this up rather than declutter it. And I am happy that I have this, but it's like It's a very specific type of gloss formula. Like I wouldn't use this every single day because it is so pigmented and it's definitely very sticky, but that way it also stays on the lips a lot better because it is sticky. And I do really love the shade of it. Like I said, it's very pigmented, so I don't really reach for those types of glosses, but I do still like it if I want that specific type of lip gloss formula. Like if I want a stickier gloss that's gonna stay on my lips for a longer amount of time, and this is a gloss I can sort of wear on its own because it is so pigmented. Now getting into all 6 new lip products that I will be rolling in. So I will start off with lip liners, and I did randomly number generate these when I was at home, and I just ended up only bringing these lip products with me because obviously I didn't want to bring a ton of lip products with me. I'm only coming back to school for 2 weeks after Thanksgiving break, so I didn't want to bring a ton of makeup with me. So one of them is my Colourpop Lip Liner in the shade 951, which is pretty small because I did put this in a project like a year or so ago and I got a good amount of use out of it then, so I would like to completely pan this and finish it up, but obviously that is not what this project is. I will just get 5 uses out of it and then roll it out of this project. I do like this, except it's just a little bit dark, but I haven't used it in a really long time, so we'll see how I feel about it. Next up is a Bite Beauty lip liner. This one is in the shade 28, and it's definitely like a little bit more pinky than anything I have in my collection, so it's a little bit more of a unique color in my collection. So I'm really excited to get some use out of this because I just haven't used it very much in general since I got it, because I just reached for other colors over this for some reason, but I've not really put it on my lips and like actually seen how it looks very often. So I'm excited to get some use out of this one, and this is also what I have on the outside of my lips today. So I did really enjoy the way it looks, like the way it looks right now. I do enjoy it, so I'm happy to get some more use out of this. And then for some lipsticks that I rolled in, which a lot of these, because I feel like I rolled in a lot of glosses in previous updates because I have so many glosses in my collection. Like the ratio of glosses to lipsticks to liquid lipsticks to lip liners, glosses is definitely like way more. Like I probably have the same amount of gloss that I have like lipsticks, liquid lipsticks, and lip liners combined. So I am starting to roll in more of my lipsticks and lip liners just because I've gotten through a lot of my glosses in this project. So anyways, the first lipstick is from e.l.f. This is in the shade Touch of Nude. I don't know if they still sell this, but it's just a really pretty nude shade, and it's a pretty neutral shade as well. So I think this will be good just like as an everyday neutral shade. And then another lipstick that I also rolled in, and this is kind of funny that it's randomly number generated because this is pretty similar to the e.l.f. lipstick that I also rolled in. This is from Milani. It's in the shade Bahama Beige, and I guess I will swatch them for you guys. So one of them is just a little bit more neutral, and obviously the other one is a little bit more warm. So I feel like I will just end up picking one of these to keep in my collection. Now actually swatching them out, like they're not super similar, but that Milani one, so the e.l.f. one is on this side and then the Milani one is over here. So I feel like they're not really that similar, but I feel like I don't go for really warm tones. Now swatching them out like this in natural lighting, because I did previously swatch them in artificial lighting, so I feel like they look a lot different now looking at them. But I don't know if I'll end up keeping both of these, so I guess we'll see once I end up getting 5 uses out of them if I will keep both of them, but I'm not sure. I feel like I don't need all of these lipsticks in my collection. I just have way too many that I'm not gonna get through, especially before they go bad, because some of these I've had in my collection for so long. And speaking of products I've had in my collection for so long, this is a Stila lipstick. This is one of their matte lipsticks. It's in the shade Mon Ami, and I did sort of apply this to my lips today, but it's definitely very matte. Like it wasn't my favorite. I definitely needed a gloss over it, and it's like a pretty pink shade, but this is very old in my collection and it's very pink. Right there is the swatch. So I feel like I'm not really gonna like a shade like this, but we'll see how I feel about it after the 5 uses. And then the last product I'm rolling in is another NYX Butter Gloss. This is in the shade Creme Brulee, so it's just a really pretty pink shade, and this is like a good natural everyday shade, so I'll easily be able to get 5 uses out of this. And like I said, I'm not really gonna declutter any of my glosses just because I'd rather go through them. So I do really like these NYX Butter Glosses as well. But that is it for this update. I feel like I was kind of a little bit all over the place, But I hope you guys still enjoyed it, and if you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. I do post new videos 3 times a week, and in December you guys are getting a bonus video every Sunday, so make sure to stay tuned for that and subscribe if you want to see more from me. Also, don't forget to hit the bell icon to get notified every time I post. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.